Warhammer with Sheeb here, bringing you a battle report. My Skaven versus another wall of Nurgle. We're playing just under 3,000 points, 2,996 points. So it's divisible by 4 quite easily. Let's take a look at the armies and the scenario. We just rocked up a battle line. We're just going to line up and smash each other in the face. It's not going to go well for the rats, but here we have my list. I have 40 clan rats with just shields. We have a rat dart, and they also have a poison wind mortar attached to that unit. We have warp lightning cannon, another rat dart, 40 clan rats again with shields, poison wind mortar. Inside here we have the engineer who's got the condenser, and we have a level 2 plague priest. Then I have the doom wheel in the middle, and I should note I should put the poison wind mortars on opposite sides of these clan rats so that they zap the clan rat unit if this doom wheel doesn't shoot up as far as I wanted them to. But anyways, there's the two poison wind mortars. We have another unit of 40 clan rats also with shields. We have my warlord and my BSB in this one, and we also have the Grey Seer in this unit as well. Another rat dart, another poison warp lightning cannon. Alright, let's look at the other side of the board. Now pay close attention to this setup over here. You'll see in a second. First turn. 40 clan rats. We have a engineer who has the brass orb. Another poison wind mortar. So my thought, 4 blocks with 4 poison wind mortars. Thought that would be kind of fun. I really just love the poison wind mortars. I think they're just hilarious and fun to use, so that's why I wanted to bring so many, and I always try to. I'm not saying they're the most optimal or even against this list, but it's what I really wanted to play with. Hell Pit Abomination and another rat dart. My rat darts went down first as a redirectors and against his Nurgle army, which I knew I was going to be facing about 5 minutes before we started. And then we had lastly a plague claw catapult. And then I have my gutter runners, which scout up there. You can see we'll go down his left flank. 6 beasts of Nurgle. He has a saber tusk. The tournament that we're prepping for allows for a scroll of binding monsters. So we have 3 plague drones. We have a horde of 40 plague bears. Another 6 beasts of Nurgle. This is his first turn. He moved up this unit already. A soul grinder. A greater unclean one demon. Another saber tusk. And then behind here we have some more. I think these are plague bears. I don't really know because I never came out the whole game. But Epidemius is in that unit. And Epidemius against a Skaven horde. Soon your Nurgle army will be getting enough wounds to really beef up the entire army. So I didn't know this, but now I do. So let's see how the battle unfolds. We roll for turn. He gets first turn and moves everything up like so. There's his left flank. There's him moving up on the right flank. Now you may notice that there is a rat dart missing here and a rat dart that's fled this way. That is because he managed to kill off and cause panic on my Doom Wheel, which is not immune to Psych. The Doom Wheel immediately ran this direction, causing it to roll in a random direction this way. Panic another rat dart. They go through this unit. This unit stays. The Poison Wind Mortar fleet stays. However, the Hell Pit Abomination also panics because it is also not immune to Psych. And so we flee like that on his first turn, which is just a fantastic first turn for my opponent. Really knew how to take advantage of some opportunities there. And then, in my top of my turn, I fail to rally my Leadership 5 Hell Pit Abomination, and it runs off the board. I believe that was my roll. Or one of these is my rolls. Rat dart keeps moving in this unit. I also continue to flee. I move my gutter runners across the river, find out it's a normal river, just to get into a nice shooting range of these plague drones. That they're exactly, I think, 9 inches away or so. So I can get my stand and shoot reaction. So you can see I'm actually missing a few, or he's missing a few beasts of Nurgle, and there's a small round template. That's because 2 warp lightning cannons opened up and actually hit the unit with 2 strength 8 hits, which did a lot of wounds. When it's d6 wounding, multi-wound creatures really fear that Warp Lightning Cannon. And my theory is, having lost my help at Abomination, which was hopefully going to help take these guys down bit by bit, maybe hopefully with an initiative test or something, that I could weaken one flank and sort of get behind him and start moving my rats around. I do not want to be in combat with my rats. This is the last place I want them in combat. But should they be in combat, I'm going to have enough of them. So I move my rat darts up as quick redirectors, marching up right in front so they have to overrun into awkward angles. Soul Grinders probably has the best option because he can go pretty much any way. No matter where I redirect him, he's going to go somewhere good. Poison Wind Mortar fails, can't shoot that turn. We shoot a bunch of Poison Wind Mortars at Sabertusk, and I kill one, but the other one survives. On his turn, Plague Drones make the easy charge into the Gutter Runners, which I stand and shoot and embrace combat. And, these Beasts of Nurgle. You know, them having Swift Stride is really, really hurtful to my army. I was over 10, I think I was exactly 10 plus whatever their base move is, inches away, and I thought I was safe. But no, he rolled an exact 10, and he made it into combat, and now my engineer with the Brass Orb can't use his throwing weapon. Good news, my Doom Wheel managed to crash into these Plague Bearers and hold them up for a turn, which is not bad. Those happen. And then I left out this. This is a little dragon he has, which he's proxying and representing an eagle, because eagles are always good. And this combat right here is probably my favorite thing that happened all game, aside from my Hell Pit running off first turn and a lot of other shenanigans of Nurgle. This combat was just hilarious to me. And the reason being is I actually win. Yeah, I kill a Plague Drone, that's pretty good, and he shimmies forward like that, and I think I reform a little bit. The Poison Wind Mortar's not in combat, so I'm not sure what to do. I think I march him over to the right. And we have his Sabertusk move up, and Big Papa Nurgle is staring down my General and BSB. And there we have a look at the left board. These giant rats got taken out, and the Plague Bear beasts go over this way. We just didn't want to move them over the hill because they wouldn't stay. So first round, he actually puts 3 or 2 wounds on the giant rats. That's good. And I actually put 2 wounds on him. This Poison Wind Mortar tries to shoot at the remaining Sabertusk and blows up under a strength large blast template. And there we have it. And there we have the victors right there. Great shot of them. So I'm not sure what's going on. I actually think I could kill this Soul Grinder. If I do, it's going to be on this first turn where I can get some combat res from charging and being on a flank. So rather than sit back this whole game like cornered rats, I'm being ballsy, and I charge the Soul Grinder and crossing my fingers that flail on the Plague Priest doesn't fail me. And there we go. And the Sabertusk makes an ridiculously long charge into the Poison Wind Mortar. Dang, I think he needed like an 11 on the dice and he made it like really big. In his turn, Big Papa Nurgle comes in, which just goes to show you that I actually didn't kill him in my turn when I charged him. Did barely any wounds, the flail kind of whiffed his attacks, but now we got the big fat demon to deal with. What also makes it in, and I didn't show through the pictures, was the Doom Wheel broke from combat and got ran down. Against this unit is now makes it an easy charge with their overrun into my clan rat bunker with all my warlord, my BSB, and my Grayseer. So they're in there, and there's a look at the board. Nurgle is upon us, and there's not many rats left. I gotta chew through a lot of them, but there's not many things that can kill anything. And he's just keeping score all the whole time of how many rats he kills, and buffing his army bit by bit. Every turn. There's that combat. Look at the paint job on this guy. Look at the intestines just spilling over onto these poor clan rats. They probably love it. I probably should have told one of them to crawl inside and poke him in the heart or something. That would have been a better strategy. In the combat, my engineer dies. My Plague Priest dies, getting targeted out in the combat. Yeah, my Poison Wind Mortar is going to die too. To that Sabertusk, he's going to reform. I break. He can't flee. Or he doesn't pursue me enough to catch me, and I'm like this, and his Plague Drones. there. And then we have a look at the board. Now, you may have noticed that like 2/3 of this Plague Bearer unit are completely gone. And that's because I got off Curse of the Horned Rat. And excuse me, remember last turn when I said they charged in? They stopped an inch away so that I couldn't maneuver around or something like that, which was fantastic for me because on their overrun that brought them pretty close. It was an easy charge for me. But before I did it, I Curse of the Horned Rat them. So the Dreaded 13th spell goes off and kills a ton, just like their Thunder Stomps on the Soul Grinder and Big Papa Nurgle. And these Nurgle beasts chase off my rats, and they actually overrun off the board. In his magic phase, magic was pretty sparse. We were dispelling it left, right, and center. But Fleshy Abundance goes off on these guys, trying to give them a bit better combat bonus there. I have a wound on my General, and I think Dreaded 13th gave me a wound on my Greyseer. He targets out my Greyseer in combat with challenges, but I am able to withstand with my Fencer's Blades. I do issue a challenge, and his BSB had to accept, and I kill him. There is 2 remaining, though, that are left, so we can hopefully deal with them next turn. But there's my, left flank. Warp Lightning Cannons killed the Beasts of Nurgle. The Soul Grinders killed one of the Clan Rat units. The other ones killed the other Clan Rat units, and this Clan Rat unit has fled, and no one was able to catch him, except they run off the board because they failed to rally, because I have terrible leadership, especially once my General has killed himself. Oh, let me tell you how the General killed himself. The General killed himself last turn after he killed the BSB in a heroic victory, but with the Fell Blade, you gotta roll every turn to see if you take a wound, and I did. With 1 wound remaining, I killed myself with my own blade after I killed the BSB. So, well, that was fitting. I just love hilarities. It gets, what's this? Miasma of Pestilence goes off, but I kill him. Fantastic. Beasts of Nurgle come back on the board. I have Warp Lightning Cannon, a little bit of Clan Rats, and a little tiny Rat Dart left. Just playing because we know this game is going to over, but we are like the first to finish in our club, so I charge the Soul Grinder. He's the most wounded. I could possibly do it. Papa Nurgle comes in the back of the Warp Lightning Cannon, and the Beast charge the Rat Dart. These Beasts of Nurgle countercharge. I stick around. I'm steadfast, but not for much longer. There we go, and there's a look at the board. So all in all, it was a really tough list to play against. I definitely felt like I brought a butter knife to a gunfight, but it was a lot of fun. I like playing the rats. This is just a filthy list of I can't kill you in combat without some serious buffs, and I wasn't able to get off too many buffs throughout the game. But there's the report. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching.